Hello there. During next 10 minutes, I will introduce you how are organized Olympiads in Armenia, what success Armenia has in international Olympiads, and what we want to do to make it better. So in 1998, when I was 15 years old, I first time participated to International Mathematical Olympiad, where I won silver medal. And until now, I remember all my emotions when I first time flight to Taiwan, the first time I competed to international students, first time got medal, and unfortunately it was my last medal in my life. But after that I was doing a lot of mathematics in my life, but in 2013, when Smbat school director invited me to, offered me to lead Armenia team to international Olympiads, I took them to Colombia, and after that I had feeling that I missed these all emotions, and I decided to next few years help Armenian students have better results on international Olympiads, because that team didn't have good results. Only Gevorg, which is here, won silver medal and one bronze medalist. So it was it wasn't good performance, because my time in 1998, when we had just after independence, we had 3 years without war, we had better results than in 2013. So we didn't have growing. So first of all, how are organized Olympiads in Armenia? Last 5 years, we organized first stage Olympiad, which is available for everyone that wants to participate, and school directors or teachers cannot restrict someone to participate to Olympiad. We create a problem list with 20 problems. Students solve them, put answer, and based on results, 1,000 or out of about 25,000 students go to the next stage. In the second stage, we give about 5 problems. It's about the same in mathematics or physics. Yeah, it's general for both topics. In five, we give 5 problems, and already students need to write solution, write their logic, and it's more already we have more ability to follow how they think. And after that, about 100 students go to the final stage, which takes place in Yerevan, and from them we select about 20 winners in Armenia, and they get awards. After that comes to the difficult stage, where we need to choose the smartest of out those 20. We organized 4 additional tests for them, and based on them we choose 6 students that should participate to international Olympiads. In physics they are just 5, but it doesn't make their life easier, yeah? So what actually is very difficult to choose good 6 students, because Olympiad level is very different from student, just school level, because here they ask more knowledge, more deep thinking, which doesn't give teacher in usual school. And I should say that last 5 years we had much better results than before that, and we get the last year in mathematics in Rio de Janeiro, our team got 2 silver and 2 bronze medals, and those 2 students that got bronze medal were 1 point below of silver medals. So it was almost 4 silvers, but actually it is still 2 silver and 2 bronze. I hope next year we will improve that missing 1 point issue. In general, in Olympiads, there are 4 kind of countries. First countries are, for example, like Ecuador or Nigeria, where students pay themselves to go to Olympiad. So such countries actually they are do like touristic visits. Yeah, we have one good student. He wants to go to this country to see what is happening. He pays himself and goes there. Second kind of countries are like Armenia, where government pays transportation, but actually doesn't doesn't give a lot of help to those students, because limited budget and not ability to do a lot of things. Third kind of countries are like Saudi Arabia or Italy, France, where they have big budget, they give enough money to the trainers that have flexibility to do what they want, and they get some good results. And fourth kind of countries are like USA, Vietnam, Russia, where in every region there is special school, there are special trainers, where their goal is just to discover talented students and prepare them to Olympiads, and after that they go higher to the science or industry of development. So actually Armenia is in the second side, kind of is country from the second group, but we have results like in third group. So that is very good for us. But to grow to the fourth group is very difficult. It depends not from the teachers and for the student, but to our government. And based on that, we organize after selecting team, we organize with Gagi Kvartanic, which is trainer of physics and is here. We organize circles where we train our good students and give them good knowledge, and they are compatible with level 3, group 3 kind of country students. And last 2 years I realized that I am not going to work for a long time in this by using my enthusiasm in this area, because it's very difficult to split your energy in very different topics. And I have created website karakusi.am, where I collect all materials I do with students, started from 4th grade student until 12th grade students. Every week I add about 20 problems there with solution, and Gevorg helps me sometimes, and we collect this big data, and we hope that will be a lot of trainers that will get support from different parts of industries, and will improve their knowledge. And final, I would like to say that the first generation of those good students that are educated from this program and are in second or third year student in Yerevan State University, after doing some additional the tests that they took and courses, now all of them are working in good Armenian companies like Pixar or like that, and they are doing research in machine learning. And what they get from this Olympiad trainings they have in school, that they become self-motivated students, because it's very difficult to be Olympiad student in international level, because it is not only to be smart, because everyone is about to be smart when we born, but it is also hard working, and also after that they get very good level of knowledge, and it helps them to continue their life. And my dream is that every year about 100 such students will educate schools in Armenia, and it will help to grow our IT industry.
All right. So Smbat, I'm sure that when you were coming up, when you were a young person, young student, you had some folks that kind of mentored you and helped you and taught you. Who were these people? Were these people like just your teachers at school, or were these like an uncle, or how did you get inspired to kind of go deep into math and compete in the international arena?
Started from levels grade 7th grade, I continued my education in Lycée of Shirakatsi, which actually was very good school, but it didn't have Olympic circle that I could participate. Smbat school had good circle, but they didn't allow me to go there, and now I break this rule, and everyone that wants to participate to the circle in Smbat school and has that level, it can come. And my uncle helped me a lot, because when we traveled in Poland, in Russia, he had a lot of interesting mathematics books. He gave it to me. Actually, he couldn't solve them. He wasn't so involved in mathematics to teach me, but it was enough for me to have some, I don't know in English, my tsarav.
To satisfy his thirst. So are the former is there a platform that the former Olympians actually work with the younger students now in your community?
I want to create that, but difficulty is that the best students usually go to USA. For example, this year, silver medalist got offer from Harvard University, and it's very difficult to expect that the student which is going to Harvard University will have time to help, yeah, because he's very busy there and doesn't. 3 years ago, MIT went some student in mathematics, so it's not so realistic. I hope that Karaksu AM that will continue someone with a person like you described, yeah, but still now I don't see such students.
And if finances was not an obstacle, if there was enough budget, what do you think? How do you think you could expand the program to maybe the regions of Armenia or even to Glendale, right, in diaspora Armenian settings? What do you think is going to take?
You see, it's very finance will not solve the problem in short-term period because we need long time to involve teachers of good level, because I see that in Armenia usually teachers don't work on themselves. They give lesson, they go home, and they don't look what is happening in the world. Actually, they don't do any extra work at home, so for money. So they could do even for free, be involved to discover something.
Like in
if
research.
there really money, we can force them, yeah, and so they will be more if you start to investigate mathematics at the Olympic level, it is difficult to not like that. But to force them to start that, we need maybe this money. But it will take about 4 years maybe to be involved and be good trainer for talented students.
Now everybody has read about the massive shortage of skilled sort of scientists, skilled engineers in the areas of artificial intelligence, machine learning, where mathematics plays a major role. Is there, from your perspective, is there a way to kind of leverage the mathematics level that you're teaching and simultaneously, bring these kids into the areas of artificial intelligence, machine learning? Or you think that it's too early for them to be exposed to those areas?
They must to start that, because you see artificial intelligence. So in Armenia there are two kind of software. Even for software development, there are two kind that they know algorithms or they don't know. If you don't know algorithms, you cannot become good software developer. You can become like a code writer. Yeah, so they say you what to write and you implement it. So you translate it to the machine language. But to create algorithm, to create logic, you need to know those algorithms. And this Olympiad is the best way to start. It is not studying algorithms, yeah, but it is the base from. If you know that, you will be able to. If you want to run, you need to first walk, yeah. So this is starting to walk. If you don't walk when you are young, yeah, it's like in university you start to walk. It is already not possible to become like Usain Bolt. Yes. It's impossible.
Well, thank you so much. Let's give a hand to Smbat. And next session is going to be in about an hour. Thank you so much. Smbat's going to be available in that tent over there. If you have more questions, if you want to learn more about what he's doing in Armenia, you just feel free to go and talk to him. All right? Thanks.